Here are some things that you should not include on a resume, right? That you should not do. It's very common to feel the need to include an objective. Hi, my objective is to find a job in marketing. We already know that. Don't waste resume space. We're talking about the objective is what you're looking for. It's implied. We know that you're looking for a job. It should be replaced with a summary of qualifications. See, doesn't that even sound nicer and better? So that's what you want to lead at the top, right? And I have an example I'll show you later too on that. Back in the day, you had to have references included. It was just a nice thing to be like, I'm going to go ahead and include my 3 references right there on my resume. This is a dead giveaway that you don't know what you're doing and you're not a professional, and your resume will go in the trash. It's it's so outdated, it's ridiculous. So you don't want to do that, okay? Crazy colors. Oh, I want to do pink and green. I want to stand out. That's very distracting and it's too bright. It's too risque. You can do a little bit of color, but it needs to be subtle and it needs to make sense. If you're a creative marketing manager or you're a digital creative artist or something, then that would make sense to show your skill set on your resume. But if you're really just trying to apply for an accounting job, if you're applying for a marketing assistant role, you don't need that. Don't put any crazy colors. Um, I would say there's no 100% accurate, perfect way to do a resume, but there's a lot of ways to fail to have a solid, respectable resume. So that's why I want to spend a whole slide, and I actually have a lot of bullets on here really discussing that because just if you can stay away from these and don't do these, you're going to be all right. High school information. Um, it's not important what you did in high school. Sometimes you do need to add that depending on if you don't have any type of work at all. There can be a time for that, but we don't need high school information. I don't need to know what high school you graduated from. It's not important. It's all about the college. We got the degree. So once you have that degree, it trumps your previous experience. So it's already implied that you graduated from high school once you have your degree. Uh, Sometimes it's real easy to lie and be dishonest and feel like this is what I need to do and put on my resume in order to get to the top. But don't be dishonest. It will come back. Nothing's worse than going all the way through the interview process. You got the job offer, but you lied and said you had a 4.0 when really you had a 2.8. And really, they don't care if you had a 2.8 or a 4.0. The biggest thing is if you lied about something that small and that petty, how can they now trust you and bring you on fully with the company because they're worried about you may lie about something else small that can really affect or harm the company's image. So just keep it real, keep it honest. You can embellish, you can play things up a little bit, but you cannot be dishonest. Uh, a lot of times, I know I was guilty of this, is you have a resume and you're just firing off applying to every single job. I'm going to apply to 15 jobs today. I'm going to apply to 20 jobs today to every type of position because I need a job. I just need to find something. When really, if you're applying your resume to a position and it's not tailored to that role, you're wasting your time. Don't do that. Do not do that. You need to slow down and think about what career field you want to be in. So you need to have the right target so you're more likely to hit it, right? But if you're just trying to hit anything that sticks to the wall, that's a waste of your time and you're not going to get anywhere. So take the time to figure out what sector you want to be in. If you want to be in accounting, if you want to be in marketing, that's perfectly fine. If you know you want to be an engineer and you're looking for a good entry level role, stick with that. Your resume needs to speak to an engineering role or an accounting role and apply, look for those jobs. And if you're really looking for a cost accounting role, it's going to be the same type of positions you're looking for. So you wouldn't need to change your resume every single time. But you can't take the resume that speaks to your skill sets as a great person that could take advantage of this entry level accounting role, but you just decide that you're going to apply for a marketing or engineering role. Your skill set doesn't reflect what they're looking for in the job description. So make sure it's tailored. No shortcuts on that, unfortunately. And you're not having quantifiable achievements. Anybody can put words on a piece of paper, but you need to put some numbers to it. And I have an example again later on that. And you don't need to include your full mailing address. Not because they're gonna hunt you down or anything like that, but I don't want anybody to be discriminated against. I'm here in Dallas, Texas, and there's a certain part of town that's known as the hood, right? But if I happen to live in what people think is the hood, but it's actually a nice, safe environment, they're going to prejudge me, right? We don't want to open up any type of form of discrimination that the recruiter could utilize against you, right? I want you to have your zip code. I want you to have the city and state. That keeps it just vague enough, and the zip code allows them to narrow their search so they can find you for roles close to the job, so you can have a short commute time. Um, People listing job duties and not accomplishments. Please take this away, because here's what the so-called cheat code was. We're going to go to the job that I'm currently working at now, look at the position that's listed and what I do, and copy and paste the job duties and responsibilities. That's not what we wanted. That's so basic. That's you might as well not even apply for, not even have a resume. If you're just going to copy and paste the basic job duties and not include accomplishments. So this kind of wraps up all the things that you should not do. These are the main things.